I was asked if I use crowdfunding. Yes, I've used it a few times, mainly for clients helping other people to set up their crowdfunding platforms, as it were, campaigns, and that's both for fundraising, for charitable causes, and also for more commercial things in terms of like restaurants and shoes and household products and so on. And with varying degrees of success, I must say. And just for those who don't know, crowdfunding, it's you you go for a certain amount of money to launch a new product, or usually a new product, and if people you ask people to pledge certain amounts of money, and for that pledge they get particular prizes, if it were. So for example, if I'm going to launch this new product here, and I can say, pledge £1 and I'll give you an email thank you. Pledge £10, I'll give you one of these, we'll send it to you. Pledge 20, we'll give it to you, a signed one of these, my signature on it or something like that. Give £1,000 and you can come and tour the factory and get two of these. Give a certain amount and we'll send one to all your friends, or put your logo on it, whatever it is. So it's usually related to the thing you're making, to the product you're launching. So restaurants are fantastic in terms of that. You're going to promise people for a certain amount, a meal for two, 3-course meal for two, with or without drinks, meal for a party of 10, one meal a week for the whole year, one meal a month, whatever that is, all kind of related things. And a meal plus cinema tickets or something like that, or theatre tickets. All these things according to what people pledge. So a lot of it is goodwill. And of course, if it's something like a restaurant, a second restaurant, you're going to get your existing customers will probably pledge, because they know they're going to come to your new restaurant at some point anyway, so they're just paying in advance. So goodwill. So goodwill helps. Certain kind of products are popular in terms of like games and so on, are really popular, and new tech is popular. These things have great success on these things. Things like films. Of course, you can promise people credits. You can come to the opening nights. You can come to the premieres. You can meet the cast and dinner for two with the cast. All that kind of stuff. So you have to make it attractive with the various amounts that you ask for. Some of the platforms say if you don't get the 100% funding, you don't get any at all. So you have to make sure you pitch it right to get the right amount of funding. Many of them I see are oversubscribed. They get more money than they are asking for, and people keep, because obviously the thing's so attractive, So sometimes you have to limit the amount of each particular prize. Sometimes because it's just too difficult to fulfill all of them. So you're essentially getting payment in advance, and in one sense it's something not new, because just think, if you're in you're in the middle of your town where you live and you want to launch a restaurant, it'll be like going out and just telling people, just selling tickets in advance. So when I open, you can come in for a meal. It's a bit like that, but a bit more sophisticated, as it were. I do think it's good. In terms of advice, I think the platforms, whatever, there are quite a few platforms out there. I'm not even going to mention any names at the moment, because I would forget. And I would say that they have good advice. When you go onto the platforms, they tend to give you good advice about how to pitch it, and the using videos, and also how attractive you make your what you're offering, and pricing. Don't get carried away. Don't try and sell a cup of coffee for £300. You understand? You have a click where people can donate a $5 or £5 for nothing, and you'll get that. People will donate, but don't be too greedy with it. And I think yes, but I think overall, I think it's a good platform, and I recommend looking into it. When we look at the Secrets of Fundraising course, 7 Secrets of Successful Fundraising, and we look at diversifying the fundraising strategy, crowdfunding has now come firmly into that. And also, of course, when we look at business startup and the finance side of things, crowdfunding has really come into that, so as well. So it definitely is a crossover platform, and I think it's worth investigating.